Hi everyone, so excited to be here with you all. My name is Anthony, the physiotherapist here in Australia, and also pain recovery coach. I'm so excited to share with you today's topic, what your doctors don't know about pain. It's quite interesting because we're going to talk about the world first holistic approach to pain and a little bit about my journey, how I come up with it. Okay, who is this webinar for? If you trapped in pain, don't know the cause, and it's affecting every part of your life, this is the right webinar for you. Find out what's going on, to understand our body, even our story as a human being. I'm so excited to share this with you. Okay, here's what I want you to expect to learn today. We're going to put lots of values into it. We're going to teach a lot about the blueprint, also how to understand our body. So hopefully you'll be able to have some kind of intuition or feeling of what's the cause of your pain and start to claim some hope, reclaim your life, discover some approaches or even one mini step for you to take away. Who this is not for. Hopefully most of you are not this type person where just expecting a miracle, quick fix. There are miracles, but this blueprint is not about miracles. It's about taking the action and partnership to help find your story, find your root cause. Right. If you do stay to the end, I'm going to give you 2 bonuses, okay, to the end before the Q&A, and we'll send it through the emails. Bonus 1, medical symptoms questionnaire, where you will be able to go through different symptoms or symptoms around your body just to be aware of them and knowing that they could connect to your pain. And second bonus is the environment toxin questionnaire, where you can assess whether you have been exposed to lots of toxin, because most of the toxins that we expose to, it's hard to test, or even it's so expensive to test. Only heavy metals would be easy to test. So the questionnaire would be a really important step to understand whether that is the cause of your pain or ongoing inflammation. Righty. Okay, let's get into it. So we know pain stops us from doing things we normally can. I'm sure all of you can agree to this. And in order to get rid of pain, we need to treat the root cause, not just masking the symptoms, like most medicine or treatment does. But how do you expect to live the life you want again without the blueprint to understand your pain story and its root cause? It is hard and it is complex. So, the blueprint to understand your pain is the shortest path to live the life you want again. You can keep trying different things, but having that roadmap for you helps you shorten path to recovery. Okay, let me give you some examples who have overcome some treatments or some patients that have helped to overcome their failed treatments. The first one, really simple, straightforward. There's a man, he loves to go on his yacht. He wants to go around the world, but his back is stopping him. His lower back has been sore, mainly from bending and squatting for a long time. He has tried 6 different physiotherapists, 6 different ones. I mean, couple treatments with each of them. There's no recovery. He has done all the exercises, done all the work. But after the first session that we've done, improved a lot. After 3 sessions, he was good. He can do all the things he wanted to, and he's now traveling around the world. A second case where another male, he has a wide back pain for more than 3 years now, and have tried different treatments, even alternative treatments and physiotherapies, Chinese medicines, and everything. But he was not able to lift more than 1 kilogram. His pain is all over his body. He has numbness down the leg. And by understanding the root cause or his ongoing anxieties and mental health conditions is affecting his pain, we are able to slowly increase his confidence with his body and overcome lots of fears. Now he's doing his exercises with 5 kilos dumbbells. He couldn't imagine himself traveling the world. Now he has done one big travel, and he's slowly regaining confidence. Also, pain seems to become less widespread now, and he's happy that he has come this far with our journey. In case number 3 with a lady, this time with migraine, severe migraine. She has had migraine here and there, and then lately has been a lot more, especially after COVID vaccination. And doctor didn't check her out, and then we trace it back to some blood tests and also her history about gluten sensitivity. And with appropriate treatments, her symptoms dramatically improved. She didn't have to keep taking painkillers. She was feeling a lot better, less aggravation. And now we're working on the path to recovery. And she's so happy about that too. All right. So let's tell you a little bit about my story. Something slightly different that I haven't shared completely on the website. And then, yeah, hopefully you might understand a little bit of this. So are you tired of seeing countless doctors, therapists, or even specialists, but still left no answers with no supports and no results? I do understand that frustration because I've been through this with many of my clients. And back to my story, how I came into this physiotherapy was when I was 15, I dreamed to become a professional golfer. To reach that goal, I became obsessed with health and performance, and eventually studying exercise and nutrition and physiotherapy, which is physical therapist in America. And eventually, during my study, in the middle of my study, I shift. I realized I don't just want to help myself, optimizing my game. I wanted to help people to overcome their suffering. After graduation, I threw myself into my work, mastering every skills I can get my hands on. Dry needle therapy, hands-on treatment, Watson headache approach, you name it. Anything in biomechanics, neuromuscular, or even down the track with psychologically informed physiotherapy. become known for helping clients where other cannot help. But then I hit the wall. I started seeing patients with complex, persistent pain, people dealing with PTSD, depressions, widespread pain that didn't fit into the neat physical box. As physios, we were taught to stay on our own lane and refer on to specialist GP psychologists. So I did. But my client came back discouraged, medicated, and often told there's nothing they can do. That broke me, and I knew I couldn't accept that. And I need to find out the answers. So I dug deeper. I studied health and wellness coaching. I trained in functional medicine. I explore the science of how our stories, our environment, and our lifestyle shapes the way we experience pain. And finally, everything clicks. This was the missing link. This is the blueprint. And this is the future of pain recovery. A holistic, personalized approach that doesn't just mask the symptom, but help people heal at the root. Okay, so hopefully this story encouraged you a little bit. You can feel how excited I am with this blueprint approach. Let me explain a little bit about this whole bodies approach with two analogy. The iceberg model. So you have seen this on the video, the iceberg model. So basically, with the tip of the iceberg is where most people see biomechanics, neuromuscular problems. Those are where most treatment focus on with physios or orthopedic surgeons or even neurosurgeons. Down deeper, we have the neuroscience layer and also the psychosocial influences. That's where how we understand our mental health, our autonomic nervous system, our sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system, or even how our social epidemiology, so people around us, are that can influence how we experience pain. Many good psychologists or good physical therapists, really good specialists, they might go into this later. But most doctors don't even know about how to deal with this, or even they don't pick it up. And the deepest layer is where most people miss, or even doctors, they don't know about, is the biological system. And that's where functional medicine kicks in and help us understand our whole body in a systematic way. It's good medicine, where understanding our genetics, our history of life, our lifestyle, our environment, how all these deep layer ongoing things can be the mediators and triggers of our pain. And this is the whole picture. Okay, let's try the mango tree analogy, where we can understand a little bit in a different angle. So at the top of the tree leaves, the fruits, we have all the signs and symptoms where we can easily see, like back pain, knee pain, nerve pain, or even like widespread fibromyalgia, complex regional pain syndrome, and spreading into anxiety, depression, irritable bowel syndrome or bowel disease, hypertension, high cholesterol, ADHD, constipation, skin allergy, etc. everything that you can see or test on the top of the trees, the leaves and the fruits. But if we want to go into the root cause, we have to go deeper into the stem, into the roots, into seed, even back in time, how you were born, how was the environment, to understand why is this tree, this mango tree, producing leaves and fruits, symptoms and signs like these. And this is the way to understand it. Okay, why this matter? Because the pain to please blueprint was born to address the whole picture, step by step, science back. It's not based on some one expert talking about it. It's evidence proven, widely accepted in the medical field, especially with doctors that practice functional medicine and also they treat chronic pain or chronic symptoms according to the root cause. Okay, before we move on telling you about the details of each module, each step, we're just going to quickly recap this because I know that's a lot to process. Because pain is complex. It's a combination of body, mind, and environment. And transformation happens when you address or understand all layers and then address the root cause of your pain story. And if I can guide others through this, you can too. But remember to stay out of our own way. Most of us, we have a missing link between our brain, also our heart. That's also one of a great analogy from golf that the whole golf course is only about our head and our heart because that's where we struggle the most. It's a mental game and we are all in it. Most of the time, our brain trained to pick up dangers, fears, and try to avoid different things just to stay safe. But intuitionally, our gut as well will tell us, or our soul will guide us into what is right. Be able to pick up this guidance from deep in us, or even from higher power if you do have a belief, and that helps us to take action. Baby steps, not making huge steps straight away, just taking baby steps and building up the momentum of recovery and healing. Also, perfection is the enemy. Depends on different personality. Some people strive for perfection more than the others. And this sometimes can make us avoid what we need to do because we don't want to do it if we can't do it perfectly. And this could be an enemy to your recovery as well. And just being aware of that will help tremendously. All right. This is the juice, the 7 steps to transformation of your pain journey. These are the 7 steps. I give it all out to you now. So the first one is the right mindset. It's just sharing with you what scientifically and proven that mindset, awareness of that. We'll go into deep into each of it later on. For now, let's go through all the 7 steps. Second, we'll have a basic understanding of pain science to understand what pain you're going through. And then third steps is all about biomechanics and neuromechanics, where I'll teach you everything I've experienced over the past 9 years of working, what most physical therapists, even therapists, doctors will miss about this. Then fourth, the psychosocial influences. I'll call out and talk about different common influences. And the fifth is understanding your body's language, with what we talked about, the whole biological system, the functional medicine side. And the sixth will be how to find the right treatment or evidence-based treatment for you, not for other people, but for you. And lastly, creating your personalized healing blueprint. Okay, let's dive into each of them a little bit more. Pick some points that are important so you can start doing some mini step, or maybe pick one mini step today to work on. Right, so the right mindset, we talk about what's important for healing, how we think, how we act, how we feel, how we see the world sometimes, and attitudes towards challenges and bodies. But one of the main things that I have talked about is trusting yourself and tuning into your intuition. Our whole mindset mentality is influenced by our family, our environment, how we grew up. And just being aware of that can help us get out of that as well. But by trusting yourself and tuning into your intuition, you will have better guidance towards what's the right treatment for you, because you are the only person in the world that understands your body the best. You live with this body 24/7 with your pain. That's why don't give your power away to specialists and doctors that just give you command. They don't know your pain. They understand pain science or biology, but they do not understand your pain. What we are doing here is giving you the tools and guidance, like a mentor and coach, to help you figure out yourself about your pain, the root cause of your pain. So trusting yourself and tuning into intuition is really important. If you found that to be difficult, there are tons of resources to help us dive into that. One really good one is about mindfulness and being mindful of our thoughts in particular. That will really help us tune into our intuition and being aware of what's going on. Okay. Second is about pain science. It's about learning basics of pain science. I'm going to break it up so easily that you can understand it in a week or two, to identify the types of pain you're in. And also I'm going to talk about how to manage the flare-ups, because I'm going to talk about medications too, because some of you might have been taking many medications, but some work, some doesn't. Your doctors might tell you to continue with the medications, but by understanding what type of pain you're in, what type of medications or strategies will help, then you have a toolbox of managing flare-ups. So like usually if it's nervy pain, neuropathic pain, heat packs for movement helps ease it. Medication-wise, Lyrica or some opioids, if they have given you something strong, these works on the nerves. And if you have those in the bag, just to be ready for flare ups, then you know you can go straight to it to help yourself. All right. And then the third module or third step is about biomechanics and neuromechanics, where tip of the iceberg or the mango tree leaves and the fruits. If the whole tree wasn't a big problem, but the fruit was a problem, we just need to find the right treatment for that. And lots of the time, I have seen so many therapists and doctors misdiagnose problems. GPs, yeah, I understand that. GPs are trained to study everything in the service level so they can pick up quickly and refer on, and also about medications. Therapists which should be able to help guide through the right treatment. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in this lesson where we'll talk about red flags, we'll talk about misdiagnosis or what are the treatments that usually miss for different conditions like our spine, back pain, fascia, and tendons, and we'll talk all about that in this module. Fourth, we're going to talk about psychological and social influences, because we now know pain is not just physical most of the time. And ongoing pain is going to create fear, anxiety, depression, stress, a lot more emotions. And these will influence how we experience pain as well. Also, our social influence or even past traumas are going to play a big role in how we experience pain. If our family is not supportive, lots of blaming, there's financial stress, these are going to flare, aggravate our pain as well. And I'm sure you understand that. The fifth step is about exploring the full story. So from step 3 to step 5, we're going to use storyline, timeline to understand. You can write down your whole story about when did it start, what are the symptoms, what are the triggers, and then we can explore a little bit about your antecedents, like how you were as a kid, as a baby, and then what are the mediators that has been going on in the background. We're going to dive even deeper with this module and talk about how our gut, skin, hormones, energy, mood affects our pain, and how to help you write down, make sense of your whole life journey, pain story, and then decode it, knowing what to do with your diet, gut, liver, mitochondria, etc. And with that, we do know that mental, emotional, and spiritual health are very important as well, which we're going to dive into in this and the fourth module in combination to understand this or to explore ourselves, how we are at this moment with that mental, emotional, and spiritual health. Right. And after figuring out, by this point, you'll be able to figure out your whole story and in the module, in the steps. And now, after I've talked to you about it, you might have some clues or intuition on what has been the trigger, what has been fueling this pain. And you can start next diving into finding the right evidence-based treatment for you. Distinguish what is true evidence-based approach, not medicine evidence-based approach. Lots of the time, doctors or physio, we train to understand the evidence, what's out there, and try to apply that to our clients. But actually, it's really important that we blend in our intuition, current science, and also your current situation, your values, your preference, also the practitioner's experience into it. Because lots of the time, we will have an intuition of what's going on as well. And just having that four layers combining together, finding the right treatment for you, it's really important. And that's where going to help. Rather than keep trying different things, different evidence-based approach that does not suit you, or approaches that are so hooked with social media by different experts that has no evidence that might or might not work for you. Rather than trying all that, we will be able to identify which is the first highest priority, which would work most likely to work for you. And definitely, if there are some new approaches that hasn't been researched on, doesn't mean it doesn't work. Just that we need to find the priority that helps you find the shortest path to recovery. And this module is going to do that. Right. Last module, last step is creating your personalized healing blueprint. Here, we're going to talk about behavioral science, neuroscience, to help you set yourself up and plan yourself your own personalized recovery blueprint. And then this is where actions happens in your life. Although, like as we figure out everything in the module 1 to 6, you have been already taken. You will be able to take different actions already. But this is like to consolidate everything, make sure that it makes it easy for you, the least resistant for you, and that will be the way. So, all right. I've talked to you about the blueprint. Now, back to you. Why are you here? Maybe you're frustrated with constant pain. Maybe you feel like your life has been stolen from you, or stolen for you. Maybe you're desperate about the real answers. And the pain to peace blueprint is here for you. Now you know the whole process. And personally, I believe this is the future of pain recovery as a whole person approach and personalized approach rather than a one size fit all approach. With this blueprint, you'll also be able to figure out or filter all the noise out there in the world. There's so much information out there, it can be overwhelming. And this blueprint also helps you to filter that. If you have stayed this far, you already have what it takes to get you started in transformation. How exciting is this? I'm sure that you might have some clues or inspiration already to what to do next. That's a small step. Maybe meditation, mindfulness, maybe a bit of research on your diet. Because the pain to peace blueprint is a proven strategy used by me and also many other functional medicine doctors. It will work if you're ready for it. Okay? Okay. What are the benefits? Okay, I was going in a little bit early before, but let's go into it. So, we're going to be able to get to the root cause of pain. We're going to understand the whole picture of your pain story. you'll have a clear mindset on that, you'll be able to restore control and be able to pick out what's going to work for you from the advices that doctors have given you, your specialists, your therapists have given you. So now you don't have to give your power away to them and wait for them to let you know what to do. You know what's going to work. And their resources or information about what could you do will be a good add-on to your knowledge about what you can do. So you'll be able to restore control, hope, and peace. Because we're going to go into the mental, emotional, and spiritual health, and that's where most of the peace will come in as well. Okay. Which will affect your whole body. And not even your pain, it will affect everything around you, even your relationship with your family, even how you experience the world. That you'll be able to build personalized strategy. And as I said, you'll be able to filter all the noise in the world where we get lots of informations from the internet, from AIs, from doctors, therapists, specialists. You will be able to have a clear mind to know what could help you, and you can put in your priority of next steps. And lastly, most importantly, you'll be able to trace your passion again, whatever you would like to do. Some would like to do more housework, take care of family, or even go on sports again, and just find your passions again. Find your life meaning again. All right. Transformation promises. This system changed my client's life, and it can change yours too. I'm sure it will help you. It is a holistic approach which will not help not just your pain and also preventing all other chronic diseases like your cardiovascular diseases, metabolic diseases. It will help even your mental health, depressions, and also preventing dementias and cancers, because these chronic diseases all comes from our body not working the right way. There are more and more research about how the functional medicine approach, this holistic approach, helps people with Alzheimer's, where doctors don't even know it can be improved. All right, transformation promises. 3, you can reclaim your life and do things you love again. How good would that be? Can you imagine things you like to do? Okay, you might be thinking, I've already tried everything. Physical therapists, specialist exercise, even alternative stuff. Why would this help? Like, there's so much holistic stuff out there, like naturopath, Chinese medicine. Why would this help? I'm sure by now, by understanding the whole approach, you know this is a really clear blueprint, and it runs across all disciplines. The thing I like about this approach, also functional medicine, is that usually naturopath and Chinese medicine, they're great. But back in the days, there weren't as many research. It was just about try and error, what works, what doesn't work. And it's hard to explain and find out the root cause clearly. Lots of the time, like Chinese medicine, that will be about qi, about the 5 elements. It's quite philosophical. It helps for some, but it's hard to understand. But this approach makes it so easy to understand. It goes all the way back to anatomy physiology. And it's actually what me and all the doctors would have learned in their undergrads. But we kind of put it in the background. So, in sum, this approach, it's holistic and it's clear, it's scientifically proven, and it's personalized. What do you think? So here's your choice. Okay. What will happen if you don't do anything today? You don't change anything, you just continue on your path. What would your life be? How would it turn up in the next 6 months, 1 year, 5 years? Or will you keep struggling with trial and error, seeing different specialists, spending all the money there and feeling emotionally drained? Or what will happen? What's possible with the pain to peace blueprint that I've just explained to you? What do you think would be the possible transformation for you in your life in particular? Okay, let's get into it quickly. This is the step-by-step transformation designed to guide you through. You would get the 7 module that we just talked about in details. It's 24/7 lifetime assets to it. There'll be the step-to-step guidance. And there will be supportive community. We'll have group coaching and one-on-one coaching as well to help you specifically to find it if you have any questions. Okay. We did have a little imagination back then about what's going to change. I'm just going to tell you some common things that I will see in my clients. No longer dreading pain every morning with a new life, recover, reconnecting with the loved ones, doing the activities you love, feeling supported and understood rather than isolated, and experience real hope and peace again. Maybe take a sec, see what's going to change for your life. Okay, it's easy, follow step, transform life, master the healing journey. These are the module breakdowns again for you to see. And right, just putting it into context for pricing. PCS consultant specialist per session, it'll cost you about $250. You might see the 1 or 2 or even 3 specialists, 4 specialists, and at least you will have to see them twice for review before they can act on, and that will be the price. Physiotherapist or physical therapist sessions about $120 per session, and usually 5 to 10 sessions if it works. In this program, I've calculated each module has tons of values. Adding on to our group coaching and one-on-one coaching, the value, the whole package value, it's over 12,000. Over 12,000. But you're not paying 10 of the price today. No, not even 1/10. Not even 5% of it. Okay? Not even 5%. 600. No. Today, on this launch, we're just going for $297. Okay? It's just the reason why it is that cheap, sad. If you become the founding members, we're going to build this even better. You just need your feedback on the program for your specific needs and see if we can make it even better for people. It will be helping people who join the program in the future. And we'll need your feedback on how the whole program went. And we're so looking forward to your transformation as well. So this is why the price. This is a beta launch, a foundation member launch. So this is the only time it will be that cheap. Plus, we're going to give you 3 essential bonuses. Okay? Really great value. Hey, the first one, Behavior Science for Success 101. I'm going to put in all the things I've learned about behavioral science, put in the most famous books that I've read as well as like Atomic Habit. I was so hate, and also habit mechanics and things like that, or even things I've learned in health and wellness coaching. Helps people define their motivation. Just giving you a little glimpse. Different people has different personality. This is the same for motivation. There are 4 types of people, and I'm going to go into that a little bit more. Second, we're going to use AI tools. Just have a quick run through how to use AI tools to find treatments that you might not know. Rather than going through internet trying to find different things, you can type in the command about your pain, what you're looking for, and try to find evidence behind it and check on it, fact check it, and then you can prioritize your treatment. And then we're going to have the evidence-based treatment vote, where all the treatment that I know, evidence-based, I'm going to put in there, separate into categories so you can find easily lots of this treatment you might not have heard before. This will be a good first place to go into if you're looking for new treatments for your pain. Okay. That's not enough. I'm going to give 30 days guarantee, 100%. If any reason after 30 days, within 30 days, by the end, you feel like you have learned nothing at all and the program has not helped you at all, and you would like refund, we're going to give you 100% back refund. Okay? So then you don't have any risk at all. I know it can be skeptical because you have tried everything. So we're going to put in that this 30 days guarantee. If you have learned nothing at all, you feel like it does not help you, I don't want you to have your money. I'm here to help. And if I cannot help you, I'll refund your money 100%. Okay. Quick testimony on these clients are the stories from different evidence-based treatment that I've talked about. These are not my personal clients, but can give you a picture on what's going to happen when you find the right treatment. Laura's, after trying different MRIs, medicine, surgery, pain has always returned, ease, and it comes back quickly. And found out that her neural system and mental health was the root cause. So she started some somatic tracking, breath work, created motor imagery. Slowly, she shifted from stress to calm and in control. This is the kind of transformation when you start to understand the root cause of your pain. Michelle, ease of pain, headaches, and gut issues and fatigue. I've seen many specialists cannot find the cause, did all the colonoscopy and every scan, and then found out through functional medicine that gut sensitivity was the key. And by changing diet, gut repair, lifestyle changes, the result, less pain, more energy, better digestion, free to move, just transformation. This is what's going to happen when you find out. Okay, and Sarah, an older lady, over 10 years of chronic pain, many scans, pills, and then functional medicine explore her whole story, found out pretty much a bit of everything. And then by adjusting every single bit, she has improved her pain flare up a lot less, moving freely, digesting better, feeling better mood wise, and hope return as well, spiritually connected. And that's where healing comes from. Find the root causes, not quick fixes. Sure, these examples can resonate with some of you. All right, let's recap everything. Everything. Okay. Paint Peace Blueprint, 7 comprehensive modules, lifetime access, 3 bonuses. Can access it straight away. Oh, yes, got to say, it's going to come up. Each module is going to release every week. And usually, when you buy it, you'll get our welcoming and first module straight away. And then we'll have the next module week by week. Some module might take a week to finish. Some modules might take 2 weeks. And it also depends on how you're able to sink it in. Because sometimes, even with the first module, lots to sink in, lots to practice. It takes you a couple weeks to work on. And that's fine. It's there for you to help you. Right. And then we'll have step-by-step guidance design throughout. If you have any questions, feel free to email. And then we're going to have supportive community group Q&A coaching sessions and one-on-one coaching sessions. 3 one-on-one coaching sessions. And then we're going to have 6 group coaching sessions where I'm going to go deeper into the modules in a lot more details in some specific areas where I found it's really important with ongoing pain. And then we can have some group coaching, questioning. And sometimes because we might have questions that other people have as well, and having that there recorded going to help people. We're going to grow together as a community. And then also we have the 100% satisfaction guarantee. Within 30 days, if you feel like I have not helped you at all, we're going to refund it. And it's only $297 for this launch. Oh, yes. And we are looking for only 15 individuals. It's limited spot, and 15 is the target number. And so there you go. Be quick. Your healing starts now. And it's complete program, holistic, lifetime, comprehensive support, and great value with little price. Okay? Don't let your pain hold you back longer. Right. We're going to send out the link on the chat box. And whoever is interested now, you can purchase it. And it's going to last for 7 days with the opening card. Okay. If there's any questions, you can type it into the chat or question box. I can try and answer. If not, there's no questions. I'll hope to see you inside the program. I'll just be here to wait for another couple minutes. If you have any questions, feel free to type it in. Right, if there's no questions, we'll stop here. Thank you for joining us.